jacks hit the muck.
Tens for Krahula.
Don't believe we've seen him play a hand yet. He's got a little less than 20 big blinds.
He'll open here. Ace-10 of diamonds for Zhazaga in the cutoff.
Yeah, this is an interesting spot. I mean, normally ace-10 of diamonds fairly strong against a variety of the players opening, but you know, he hasn't played a hand yet. His stack size is kind of awkward with 19 to 16 big blindish. You know he's likely raising with a strong hand. Ace-10 could easily be dominated, but hey, it's suited. People love the suited aces, especially he can make a royal flush. Decides to just call. No reason to 3-bet here. I like it. He's in position. It's kind of hand you can play well in position.
Farhat will come along with the jack-deuce off.
Interesting call. I mean, you're getting a good price, but it's just so hard to play. Out of position. Ooh.
Wow, and it comes queen jack 5 with 2 diamonds. Zhazaga flops the royal flush draw. Farhat in the lead with the jacks.
Krahula with only 4%. He's got 110, but if somehow Farhat folds the jack, he would shoot up.
Zhazaga 4 to the royal.
I imagine you're going to see a bet from Zhazaga here.
And that bet is for absolutely all of it. Yeah, that's 8.8 into about 2.4.
With Krahula checking, you know, he likely knows he's got him beat. Farhat defending in the big blind, checking also. It's unlikely he has a queen. It's hard for him to call with worse. Might fold out some 5s. Middle pairs. As we see, Farhat's considering calling with his jack. It's a hefty raise, and if you're wrong with that jack, you're going to need help. If you're up against a queen, you're going to, you don't have many outs. If you're up against a jack, you're almost dead.
And best case, quote unquote, would be diamonds when you'd be about a flip.
And as we see, he's mathematically he's the underdog here, even though he currently has the best hand. So, real tough spot here. It's why you don't really want to defend with these type hands, because even when you flop something, they're just so hard to play. To play it well, you have to really nail it, like trips, 2 pair. It's just so hard.
10 of diamond. No? No sure?
No, no.
No.
Ace queen, ace queen, ace queen.
Ace queen?
Yeah, okay.
It's fairly large bet, you know, in relation to the pot. I think he just didn't really understand, didn't.
Fortunate.
I was pulling for you, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Super exciting to follow. Show these guys you do more than just commentate.
That's right. I listen to you and all the other analysts I get to work for. Reggie's going to go with it here with the jack-deuce of spades for 3 bigs. Ace-9 of diamonds is what Ricci will squeeze.
You know, they're down to 7-handed, so there's less opponents here to worry about after you, and we know Ricci likes to play.
Penev.
Oh, Penev's going to go all in here. He did fold the 7s, but he is, I think, second to last, and the person who he's kind of trying to outlast is already all in the pot.
Right.
So it's the kind of situation where you'd have to finish worse than that player to not get the paid jump. But I think ace-queen is just too strong of a hand. But I thought the same thing 7s, and he folded those.
That's true. And you could be in such a dominant position as he is right now against Ricci's ace-9. Easier for us to say. But there are so many hands like this that probably do just flat.
Yeah, he's definitely got to be concerned about that, but I think his hand is so strong, especially considering how short his stack is, that he really shouldn't have any option here other than to get it all in.
And there it goes.
All in.
And Reggie flipping out over there.
Uh-oh, he's like, I got called. And
He's
someone
like, I'm
else
probably
all
not
in, and
good.
I've got jack high. I've got a deuce in my hand. I mean, that's got to feel, well, at least you know
He's
your
going to be
deuce-
thrilled to see these cards, all things considered.
His deuce is likely live. Ooh, there's a queen. One queen down. There's one deuce.
And now Ricci is kind of stuck. So it's just 2 million more to him with 5 million already out there.
I see Jay Seaton said plays for days to get it in with Jack deuce of spades. But the thing is, with only 3 big blinds, he's next up in the blinds. He has to put 1/3 of his stack in for the ante. That leaves him with 2 big blinds. You know, I don't mind it. And if you look, he's 33% here. He's got great chance to triple up.
Ricci flings in the call, and here we go. A 3-way all-in. Reggie all-in and at risk with the Jack deuce of spades. Peña all-in and at risk with the ace queen. Ricci could score the double KO if his ace 9 of diamonds finds a way. And that would catapult him into at least close to the chip lead.
Reggie's got to feel good, though, that no one has a pair or ace-jack. I mean, he had to be worried when he goes flat call all in. So
Come?
Jack e 2 dico.
Pure
colore. Sì, sì, poi l'ha fatti C. L'ha fatto anche io.
Vabbè, io resto con 20, quasi 20. O foto pre. Perché devo passare,
E Calli. Io forse avrei passato sto Io avrei passato.
Reggie with quite the rail.
Puoi passare.
what an exciting moment for these players.
Yeah.
WSOP final table.
For many of them, their biggest career opportunity.
Posso passare pre. Da qui.
This is the part that also, they don't pause the clock for this. So come on, guys, let's get a flop out there. You're going to come back and the level's going to be changed.
Però mi aspetto che sto field
Here we go.
Dici che gioca
Reggie all in, Peña all in. Ricci looking to bust both.
6-5-5 scordatelo.
Sì, beh, chiaro. Dai ragazzo,
7 in the window, queen 7-5 with 2 hearts. The dream flop for Peña, who takes a commanding lead.
His opponents have 3% combined. A lot of cards, a lot of times you're just dead on the turn here. And
that is one of those times. Peña almost the triple up. Reggie had a little less.
What a flop. He's got to feel good about that. 4 hearts on the board. Makes the nut
Does make
flush.
that ace-high flush. Peña up to about 9 million in chips. World Series of Poker circuit ring from winning the main here in September. Man, you were close to another bracelet this summer, or fall.
It's both. Remember I got second
Yeah,
in the
both.
in the
That's
restaurant.
right.
I got 2
A
second.
night out with David Williams and then a World Series of Poker event.
2021 has been painful. I got
94.
second for my second bracelet twice. I feel like it's never going to come, you know, but it's funny, I've been talking to Josh because he's been stuck on his 2. I was stuck on 1. He got his second in 2005. I got my first in 2006, and we were both like, man, we're old men and we can't win anymore. And then he just snaps
runs
off
off
2 and the Player of the Year. So it gives him hope, you know. Gives hope.
Ah.
Maybe I need a few more years.
Check.
Small blind, big blind, Zhaga with the king 8 limps. Ricci checks. He flops a king. Doesn't bet it. I'd like to bet there. Your opponent probably doesn't have an ace. It's okay. You give your opponent some room. If he does bet, you're going to definitely call there with a king. Ricci does pick up a flush draw now when Zhaga bets. You're going to see, I think, a call here. Should be fairly easy. 1 million. 8 of spades would be a joker. It's not.
River brings another 10. Quick check by Zhaga. Does Ricci think the door is open here to fire?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with 9 high, you don't want to surrender 3.5 million. He might take a stab at it, and Zhaga is going to be put to a test, right? Your opponent probably doesn't have an ace. He would have raised pre-flop when you limped in. Did he call you with a 10? Did he check back a 10 on the flop? I mean, that could be what he's representing here. there's not a lot of air balls other than spade draws that would have called you on the turn that are now nothing on the river.
Goes pretty small here to the tune of 1.4 million.
I think he's going to look him up, but he could lay it down. He's shown he's been fairly cautious.
Yeah.
But you have to think of the story your opponent's telling, right? Like, what does he have? Nothing makes sense.
Pretty quick call from Zhazaga, and he will extend his chip lead.
Two players being so short. So Zhazaga could really open it up here. It's funny, I was just applauding him for not taking his foot off the gas. He hasn't played a pot since. He forgot about the reader, or maybe his chips are on top of it, but
little interference there.
we haven't seen his hands in a while. Usually I feel like we see a little square on the table. I don't see the square. Maybe it's just a mark.
Ooh, good one for Ricci on the button.
Okay. Here. Yeah, okay.
Oh, and they're telling Zhazaga to perfect showing his cards to the reader. All of it.
Ricci with 14 bigs, moves all in. Barat wakes up with an ace in the small blind.
How much?
Oh no. He's got very similar stack. He's got about 16, 15 himself.
Pretty surprised if he called for 14. But he's acted super interested.
8,300,000 something.
I mean, there's an argument to say had Ricci just done like a men raise. Obviously, you don't want to play a flop. You want to just pick up these blinds here. But you do induce your opponent to make mistakes. Like, I think had he just men raised, Farhat might move in on him thinking he's just trying to pick up some blinds here with a less
do have a lot of potential there to get the chips in a dominant fashion.
Ends up in a dominant position. Now, that could just be because you see the hands.
Sure.
Most of the time when you've got 14 bigs, you're just going to shove it in with ace-king. But it does allow your opponent to make a misstep. It's a lot harder for him to make a mistake now.
Ace-king just might be too good to just shove. And Farhat is going to go with it. With the ace-6 off.
Yeah.
He's in some bad shape here.
He's just hoping his opponent had maybe a king high, queen high, small pair. But I feel like the range of hands
in the small blind too. Sweat time, folks.
If you think his range includes things like 9-10 suited, 8-9 suited, even so, you're not in a dominating fashion against those hands either.
Ricci the one all in and at risk. Ricci the one ahead. Got a 3-1 favorite.
Yeah, and either going to lose a player or we're going to have one player down to 2 big blinds. So this is a crucial hand. 17K euro pay jump.
We see a 6, but there's a king behind it. And Farhat will need another 6 to bust Ricci. Turn card.
Oh, it's a 6!
The turn is a 6.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts so bad. I was just about to say, well, we still haven't seen that bad beat. Oh, the poker gods are so cruel.
And now just 2 remaining kings for Ricci to find.
And you know Ricci is in a lot of pain here. In addition, like most people would, but he knows he's got the most experience of these players.
Disadvantage entering heads up play, and for heads up these hands are pretty solid.
King, queen. It's going to raise here.
Oh, and just like that, Zhazaga says all of it.
Now we saw Farhat call with the ace-6 off before, and it was like four-handed. Oh, he called.
And says call, and let's go, just like that.
Wow. Wow.
Farhat all in and at risk with king, queen. against the ace-9 of Edmund Jajaga.
As we see, he's only a 3-2 dog. You know, once you raise with the money in the pot, I'm not a huge fan with that many big blinds. And you get shoved all in. Jajaga's only shown really big. This is the worst of the hands he's shown. You know, he's ace king, kings, ace queen. He hasn't really done this, I don't think. I can't recall.
Allez, vas-y Momo, je te laisse faire le job.
Jajaga perhaps in line to acquire his first World Series of Poker bracelet.
Maybe Farad is just over it.
No,
He was just, I mean, listen, I got heads up in the main event. It was 7 hands, and I was just tired, you know. I got it in and was just tired. Well, granted, that was 7 days of poker. This is,
Yeah,
they just resumed a final table. You got to have a little more in the tank.
Farad looking for any opportunity to double up, it seems. Slight underdog here.
Only 60-40. Still a good shot.
Tu m'as tué les oreilles, Momo.
Doubles up here. He's right back in it.
4-4 deuce.
Wow.
They got the
No
deuce
pain.
part right.
Yeah.
Ace here, and it's just over.
Farad wants to see a glimmer of paint for a glimmer
Never,
of hope.
never.
He find it on the turn. He cannot. It's an ace.
It's an ace. It's
And just like that, that's it. His first live tournament cash is a tournament win. Edmund Jajaga wins the title, wins 147,775 euros. And how about his first World Series of Poker bracelet?